Pokemon Home is here. It kind of dropped as a surprise last night, and also on top of it, there's a lot of surprises that people weren't expecting. This is going to be a quick update. I'm not going to edit it as much as my other videos, so please bear with me. I want to get this information out real quick. I'm going to go over all of the new Pokemon that are in the game now, all of the transfer moves, and all of the hidden abilities that we're going to have access to. Pokemon Home is cool. Ultra Professor Oak with his super mullet is weird. Let's just forget that happened and get into what is going to happen now that Pokemon Home is in the game. Smogon did a really good job putting together a real quick summary of what's going on with Pokemon Home, as far as reintroduced Pokemon, Pokemon that weren't able to get their hidden abilities previously that you can transfer over, and then just notable moves that are returning to the move pools. And I will say, Soft-Boiled, Roost, Defog, Knockoff, and Toxic, they're coming back. I don't really know how to feel about that. There's some Pokemon that need it, but we'll go into that a little bit more in depth. So let's look at the reintroduced Pokemon that you can bring over from your previous games, or have somebody trade you. So reintroduced Pokemon, we got the Bulbasaur line back, we got the Squirtle line back, we got a lot of Alolan forms like Alolan Raichu, Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales, the Diglett that we don't talk about, another Meowth chain, the original Ponyta, which I have a shiny, I'm excited, Weezing, Corsola, and then we got a lot of legendaries. I don't really play with legendaries as far as like builds, so you won't see a lot of that on this channel, but we did get Celebi, the normal Zigzagoon line, Jirachi, I forget his name, Darmanitan, Stunkfish, legendaries, tons of legendaries from X and Y, and then really cool, we got the Sun and Moon starters. That was a huge surprise. Not very many people were expecting to see those. But they've got introduced into the pool now, and they're interesting. I'm going to go over what that kind of means for the meta. I think they're going to be some, not really game changers, but I think they're going to be some good options for people to go with. And then, of course, the Sun and Moon legendaries. And then Meltan, who I still don't have. I really want him. I'm hoping that there's a raid that introduces him so that we can get the Gmax version. It might just be a mystery gift, but he's one of the dudes that I don't have because I do not play Pokemon Go very much. And then we also got a lot of Pokemon that were missing their hidden abilities that you couldn't get them in raids. They're now transferable over and tradable. I'm going to go into these in detail. I'm going to rank those, and also go through the final evolution, just to kind of show you guys like what new options we have. I'm also going to rate like, this is no impact, this is worse. You'll see some fun new builds, or like this completely changes the Pokemon, like you have to get. Alright, so let's go over the reintroduced Pokemon and what they add to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So Venusaur is going to be really good. I just came out with the Leafeon video, and I kind of said that, you know, Sunny Day Leafeon isn't worth it. This is why I said Sunny Day Leafeon wasn't worth it, because Venusaur is great. Venusaur now has access to Weather Ball, so it has a special attack fire move outside of Hidden Power now. which previously we had to rely on. I believe he can also learn Earth Power. I need to mess around with him a little bit more. Build video is incoming, but Chlorophyll to give Venusaur double the speed in Sunny Day. He has Weather Ball, Earth Power, natively learns Toxic. He's going to be the spot for Grass type users on Sunny Day teams. Blastoise, really solid water Pokemon. You didn't really get a lot of additions, and there's a lot of much better water Pokemon out there. His hidden ability, Rain Dish, it's good. It gives him some more staying power in the rain. I don't think you're gonna see him a lot. He does have access to Shell Smash now and Life Dew, so I might be wrong. Somebody might come out with a build that's just insane for him, but I don't really think that there's going to be a lot of change there. The Alolan forms, I don't really know how much of an impact they're going to make. I'm going to kind of just review them all together. Dugtrio, Diglett, I don't see them really being in the meta. There's a lot of better options that have the exact same typing. Meowth, we already have 2 forms of Meowth. If we wanted to use them, we would have. Alolan Raichu is interesting. So hidden ability Pinchurin sets electric terrain automatically, and Alolan Raichu's speed doubles. You will be opening up with 2 electric Pokemon. You will have the psychic ability of Alolan Raichu. It could be interesting. It could be good. I think it's a little bit too all in for a strategy, but it could be good. I plan on kind of trying it out to see if it gets shut down or if it sails through enough to actually do some damage. Alolan Ninetales is going to be pretty good. I would not be surprised if you started to see Alolan Ninetales. It's going to be a Aurora setter outside of Lapras, and the cool thing about Ninetales is it will be able to set Aurora Veil, and also it's a fairy type. So it'll be a better counter to what's out there right now if you're not using Gmax Lapras. All of the normal forms of the Galar Pokemon, I don't really see them being impactful. Darmanitan, maybe. We'll just kind of have to see. He's interesting. Might see him. There's a lot better options for fire types, I think. Legendaries are always going to be staple. If they're allowed into a match, you're going to see them. There's not a whole bunch of point on reviewing those. So I'm going to swap over to the Sun and Moon starters. So Decidueye gains Solar Blade, Hex, and Hurricane this generation. It also is a Ghost type with its own unique move. Its hidden ability allows it to not make contact with things. I think it's solid. I think you'll see Decidueye more than you would expect. I probably am going to do a video on that one as well. I don't think anybody will be running Venusaur and Decidueye, so you're going to have to choose what one you're running, but I think Decidueye is a pretty solid case to say that you're going to see him more. Incineroar has Intimidate as its hidden ability. That's good, especially in doubles. It gained Close Combat, Heat Crash, Parting Shot, Reversal, Endure, and Assurance in this gen. It has a really good move pool now. I don't know. I think out of the three, Incineroar is going to be the least popular. But they're all going to be good. They're all going to be really cool, unexpected changes to the meta. Primarina has a very interesting hidden ability. It turns Sound Base move to water. I'm going to try to mess around with that, but I don't really think it's the best ability for it. I just think it's a fun ability. But Primarina has access to Calm Mind, and also it has access to Draining Kiss and Stored Power. It should be a pretty decent sweeper. It's gonna check some pretty good Pokemon in the meta right now. Hydreigon is one of the ones that it's gonna check, the Dark Dragon Pokemon, just in case I'm not pronouncing that very well. So I think all three of them you're gonna see. It was a nice surprise just to download and see that they were available last night, not expecting it. So definitely thank you, Pokemon, for keeping that one under wraps. Let's move on to the hidden ability. And this is probably the best I can organize this information. So on the left is the reintroduced hidden abilities, the ones that were obtainable in the game, but we still have the Pokemon. I went through and I just filtered to the final evolution, just to kind of skip the other ones. I wanted to go over those in Pokedex. So Clefable Unaware is amazing. You can make a really nice defensive Clefable. Run Unaware ignores any stat changes stats in the foe. So if they boost their defense, boost their attack, as far as Clefable, it doesn't matter. Clefable's Magic Guard is really good, since you can run Life Orb, but I'd almost say Unaware is even better to the point. And what I define as meta defining is you are going to see this Pokemon, and you're going to have to figure out what ability it has. So I definitely see some people running Magic Guard. I definitely see some people running Unaware. You're going to have to kind of figure out what everybody's going to be doing. And I do want to point out that Clefable is going to have access to Soft Boiled, which is going to be a more reliable way to heal itself. So by far, Clefable is going to be the biggest update with that Unaware ability. Seeking Lightning Rod, I don't really know why you'd want to draw lightning moves to a water type. No impact. You're not going to see it. Noctowl, Tinted Lens, Powers Up, not very effective moves. Honestly, if you have a build where every single damaging move is a not very effective move, and you're forced to use it, you've already failed. So, Tinted Lens not gonna make an impact. Lantern, Water Absorb, restores HP if hit with a water type move. I don't think we're gonna see Lantern, but I will say that I definitely think people will consider new builds now that that's an option. Sudowoodo, Rattled, raises speed 1 stage upon being hit by a Dark Ghost or Bug move. What? No. It's Rock type. It's not gonna make a lot of an impact. Delibird, never gonna see a Delibird, but it has Insomnia as its hidden ability. It won't fall asleep. Pelipper, Rain Dish. That's actually worse than just setting rain. Not going to see that. Not worth getting. Mantrick minus boost special attack if another Pokemon has plus. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to lift off the Pokemon that have Plus just to kind of show you what partners it could have in doubles. So as far as Plus users that we have in Sword and Shield, you're really only going to have two options. It's going to be Klinklang, who Steel Pokemon, or Toxicity Electric Poison. Klinklang and Mantrick. Not a bad idea. It could be okay. I just don't really think either Pokemon are interesting enough to run in doubles and be competitive. Whiscash, hydration, heal status problems if it's raining, no impact. Drifloon, flare boost, increase special attack to 1.5 times when burned. If you can get the flare orb from the ball guy, that could be good. I don't think anybody owns the toxic orb or the flame orb. I'm kidding. I got the flame orb, but I'm still just very salty about the toxic orb. I still didn't get it. Bronzong doubles the Pokemon's weight. Not really important. There's not a lot of weight builds in Pokemon right now, just because Gmax Pokemon have no weight. Drapion, Keen Eye prevents the Pokemon from losing accuracy. It's worse than the abilities it has right now, and running it. So yeah, one of the two worse on the list. Toxicroak, Poison Touch, maybe new build worthy. I'm just gonna say no impact, just because dry skin is good. HP being restored when it's hit by a water type move is just so good, especially in doubles. A 30% chance of poisoning when attacking could work. I'm just gonna say no impact on that one. Abomasnow is full immunity to sound-based moves. There's a lot of sound-based moves. I think it's interesting. I think you could build a really good tanky Abomasnow and not have to worry about some of the sound-based users. Is it meta-defying? No, but I would definitely say new build. Leopard Prankster raises non-damaging moves priority by one stage. Cool. Not anything to go crazy about. Marshrana Telepathy protects against moves from friendly Pokemon. No impact. Unfant or Uzafant. I don't know. It's just one of the bird Pokemon I never used because I didn't like it. Rivalry raises attack if the foe is of the same gender. Swoobat Simple. The Pokemon is prone to wild stat change. So I think this one's going to be medium impact. It is not meta defining, but you are going to see it. So Simple is really good. Simple, you get double the boosts that you would normally get from stat changes. So basically, if someone was going to give you an attack up, you get a 2 attack up. And the reason that I think this is going to be interesting is Swoobat and Milcery with Decorate is going to be really cool. You're going to get a really strong Swoobat that is going to become a problem just in a single turn. And there's also a lot of abilities that it has access to that does more damage, base damage, based on how many buffs it has. I think Swoobat and Milcery are going to be some really interesting, pretty interesting combos are possible there. I think it's going to be more of a gimmick. People are going to figure out how to get through it, especially with priority moves, but I think it'll have an impact. Bro, Sock, and Basculin, Mold Breaker, not going to make a difference. Marticus, Storm Drain, draws in all water type moves, is a grass type too. I think that one will be interesting. Bear Trick, Swift Swim, really weird ability to have on a giant icy polar bear Pokemon. Boost Pokemon speed in the rain. No one's not running that Pokemon because speed is a problem. So I would say no impact. Golarick, no guard, ensures the Pokemon and its foes' attacks land. Every attack, no matter what the accuracy is, will land. I think it's interesting. I think you might see some new builds, but not meta defining. Meowstic, Prankster, and competitive, depending on the gender. Not gonna make a whole bunch of damage or difference. Prankster, non-damaging moves priority by one stage. Competitive boosts special attack when a stack is lowered. Competitive is probably the most interesting, but there's better options for that Pokemon slot. Barbicle, pickpocket, steals attacking Pokemon's held item on contact. I think that's interesting. I don't think it's going to be a build. I don't think anybody's just like, oh, finally I can run Barbicle. It's interesting, but I think it's just going to be a box Pokemon. Avalung, sturdy. This Pokemon is protected against one-hit KO attacks. It's good. Just make sure that whenever you put it out, it doesn't just immediately die. But it's a tanky Pokemon already. I don't think anybody's really gonna run it. And then Novern, telepathy, protects against damaging moves from a friendly Pokemon. I wouldn't even really see this run in doubles, so not a lot of impact. As far as the hidden abilities, I would say don't go crazy trying to rush out and get them from people that are transferring Pokemon if you just play Sword and Shield. Really the only one that I would say that you would want to get is Clefable, Unaware. And even then, Magic Guard is still a very good option. It just gives you a different new tanky support build that Clefable can do. I will say if you do get somebody to trade you Unaware, like you really want that, make sure that Clefable knows Soft Boiled. And just some kind of random final thoughts. I wanted to point out that there's going to be a couple of different things that we're going to be able to see soon. So Charizard will have access to Roost. And then again, like, don't just expect that you get Roost on Charizard. These are transfer only, one-way transfers, so you know, good luck. But Charizard with heavy boots, to where he doesn't get basically killed by swapping in with any type of, like, you know, Stealth Rock setup. Heavy boots and then Roost, especially on hidden ability Charizard, is going to be good. I would definitely say that's going to be something to watch out for if you see somebody using Charizard. Defensive Charizard is going to be good. Clefable, Unaware, like I was saying, is strong. Get Soft Boiled. It also can learn Teleport. Teleport's fun because it just changes you and the other Pokemon's place. So, you know, he could teleport and then redirect all of your moves differently. It's an interesting option. I wanted to talk about Melodic, Heat Rotom, and Umbreon. So they all will have access to Toxic as transfer only moves. Melodic is really good, really tanky. Melodic can stall really well, do pretty good damage. I think you guys saw me use Melodic in my team. If you saw the video where I had the team code for that, you might try it out yourself. I was kind of relying on the burn that Melodic had access to do some chip damage, but you know, only a 30% burn. It being able to just set Toxic and just Outlast is going to be really good. Watch out for that. And then knockoff. Knockoff is gonna be good. This gen. Gengar, Conkeldurr, Toxapeck, Clefable, and Bisharp have access to it, and it's a stab move with Bisharp. It's gonna be good. Wait, does knockoff do damage? Alright, I'm gonna check this real quick. I think I might have said. Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah, it has a 65 base damage, so Bisharp will get stab from it, which is good. Swoobat, we went over it. Simple and Decorate is fun. It also has Simple Beam, so it can give another Pokemon Simple if you kind of want to play around with that. I think that requires too much setup, but it's still fine. Togekiss is going to have Roost. That's going to be good. Aegislash also can transfer with Toxic. That Pokemon is such a pain. I don't want to see that come back. I think Toxic is going to make it one of those Pokemon that pretty much everybody's going to have at higher levels in their party. So just plan for that. It's annoying. And I think that's pretty much everything that I saw. There's going to be some updates. Kind of start watching the meta if that's what you're into. If not, these are all fun things. It's fun to make new builds, even if they're not good, even if they're not competitive. So, don't let anybody tell you that the fun Pokemon that you're making won't do well. If you have fun making it and you have fun playing with it, it doesn't really matter if you win. You're not in a tournament 24/7, so just have fun with it. Transfer moves are not very fun. I'm honestly kind of hoping that we do know that the next expansion is going to have a new move trainer. I think that trainer is going to kind of fix a lot of these transfer only moves, hopefully. I'm not excited with Toxic coming back. But maybe the move trainer in the expansion, I think in June, might kind of help people out that weren't able to get the transfer moves. So we'll see. Yeah, this was everything that you need to know about Pokemon Home and kind of what it will affect. If you guys see anything that I didn't see, or if you are playing somebody and you run into like just a really ridiculous build that I didn't give you a heads up on, leave it in the comments below, just so that you can help other people out. All right. Well, this was just a quick update. Thank you guys.